Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, hello and welcome. My name is Megan, and today's video I'm going to talk you guys through the Effortless collection from Oner Active, but more specifically the changes to the Effortless collection. If you guys aren't familiar with Effortless and you guys would like a little bit more of an in-depth review of it, I have two already up on my channel that I'll pop on the screen right now and link below. I think those would be great to watch just to get an understanding of the collection as a whole, the different pieces that are offered in the collection, as well as the material, the fit, and all of that stuff. In this video, I'm going to chat you guys through the changes of the three different bottoms, so the shorts, the cycling shorts, and the leggings, as well as show you guys the micro bralettes and the updated halter sports bras. As far as the crop tops are concerned, we haven't yet gotten any samples with these changes, but once I do, I'll be sure to include them in a future video, so be sure to subscribe and also follow me if you have Instagram and TikTok, because I always do pre-launch videos, stories, and Q&As. I'm going to start doing YouTube announcements before each launch so that if you guys don't have other platforms, that you guys can still be in the loop with launches, because sometimes I don't have time to make a full dedicated video prior to launch. Finally, I just want to say I do have a support link with Oner if you guys would like to support me with your purchase. Shopping directly through the link down below gives me a small commission and really helps me out with the brand, so I really appreciate everyone who takes that extra step. I'm going to pop on the screen my current measurements. I will take these today so that they're the most accurate. In terms of my Oner sizing, throughout Oner I wear small in all crop tops, sports bras, and then I wear a size medium in all bottoms, including the sweatpants, and I typically get a medium in all hoodies and lounge items. Even with the changes that have been made, I am still a size medium. I don't feel like the changes that were made to sizing in this collection have made it so that it impacted any of my sizing. I just think that it made it a lot more comfortable, and I'll get into that as we go through the collection. To begin, I want to talk you guys through the three different bottoms that Oner offers. So they have a legging, a short short, and a cycling short. With the leggings, this is how they look, and the key thing about the leggings is that you can actually order them in either a short or long length, which I think is really good because obviously we all are different heights and we want our leggings to fit us perfectly. I personally go for the short / regular length, and I am 5'3". Then a common question I get is, what is the difference between the two short lengths? So we have a cycling and we have a short short. I wouldn't say that the short short is extremely short, like a booty short or anything, but it's definitely that mid length that typically a lot of brands I feel like don't actually have. And then cycling is a much longer inseam, and I love both options. I think they're great. It just depends on you, your body type, and your preference, which one you're going to lean or gravitate more towards. When launches happen, typically the shorter shorts are going to sell out first, and there's usually a lot more stock in the cycling. So I think if you can't get the short shorts, the cycling are still going to be a really good option for you. They just might fit a little bit different, and I'll be sure to pop on the inseam differences on the screen right now so you guys have an idea of what's the difference between how much fabric there is. So that is the overview of the bottoms, and quickly I'm going to give you guys an overview of the two different bras that are featured in the Effortless collection. First, we have the standard bra that came out when Effortless first launched. This is the high neck bralette. I think this is probably the highest support bra that Oner offers when it comes to support and coverage. So I think it's great for everybody. I feel like this is a bra that you don't have to worry about messing around with, and I would say that for the entire collection. I feel like when I wear this, I don't have to worry about pulling the pants up or adjusting anything. So I think it's a very solid collection for whatever form of exercise that you do. And then they also have come out with a micro bralette, which they didn't have in my initial reviews or videos. This came out when they did the birthday collection. You guys really liked it, and so they're starting to make the staple colors in this bralette as well. This is definitely a lower support, lower coverage bra. I wouldn't say the support is minimal, but it's definitely lower than if you were to have a high neck bra. And the key feature that I actually really like about this bra is it's a lot more adjustable. So it does have adjustable straps in the back, and it also has this hook detail where you can hook it together and make it to be a crossback. That also will offer you a little bit more support. I will say this little hook in the back here, sometimes if you have longer hair, my hair will get stuck in it. So just a fair warning to be careful when you're doing that. And I just like that the collection offers two bras for two different people. Now that we've chatted through all the different products that Oner has, I'm going to chat you guys through the difference between the initial launch and the current line for Effortless. If you guys are familiar with Oner, then you guys would know that they did the birthday launch. That was kind of a nice trial run for them to see how you guys responded to the slight changes in the Effortless collection with the logo, the fit, and also introduced some limited edition colors. You guys really liked the changes that were made during this collection and wanted that to be the standard moving forward, so that is exactly what they did. If you didn't get the opportunity to try the birthday collection though, then this video will be very helpful to tell you guys what the differences were. If you did get the chance to try the birthday collection, the changes that were made to this collection and the fit of this collection is how it's going to be moving forward, so stick to that sizing. So I'm going to show you guys the changes on each product, but obviously they're going to be uniform throughout. So this was the initial launch of the Effortless shorts. All of the typical features. So we have the nice double lined waistband with the rib detailing, a lot more compression in the waist here. You guys can see it's kind of like fighting back. I remember in my first video I talked about this. I called it a resistance band because it definitely has that kind of resistance to it. Looks super flattering on, but for long periods of time, I feel like it started to get a little uncomfortable for people. And then as you guys can see, there is the little side contouring and the butt scrunch. And then the key thing to note is that on these, there was this logo here, which is a iron-on heat transfer logo. And some people had issues with after washing or wearing for a long time, this logo started to peel off. They took that feedback and they made some changes. So as opposed to having the logo up here in the front, there's now no longer a logo in the front, which I'll get to why in a second, but there is just one singular logo on the shorts that's going to be on the right leg here. And instead of this logo being this heat transfer logo that can be peeled off, it's now sewn into the garment. So if you look on the inside, it is sewn in. So as you stretch the legging, the logo stretches with it, but this allows it so that the logo is never going to go away. The reason that there is no longer a logo in the front here is because with the way that these are made, if they put a logo in the front, it would mess with the structural integrity of the booty scrunch, which obviously they wanted to be sure that the scrunch wasn't going to come out or fall apart. That was more important than having a logo in the front, which I agree with. Oner took you guys' feedback on the waistband being a little bit too compressive, and they made that change in the updated sizing. So the waistband has a lot more room. It's a lot less tapered, which is a lot nicer for people who felt like it was just a little too much. And then also, I feel like the fabric, they allowed for more fabric throughout, or at least it seems like there's more fabric throughout, so that you can mold to your body, and I feel like it's a little less susceptible to sheerness. I don't know if it's just because they're new or if it's because there was any changes, but I definitely feel like the material feels softer and stretchier to the touch. In both, I'm a medium, and I don't feel like the changes made were so drastic that I had to change sizes. But obviously, if you're somebody who's maybe on the cusp, so let's say you're between a small and a medium, these changes might influence which way you go. If the only problem that you had with the old model was that the waist was a bit tight, they fixed that, so you should just be your typical size. Next, we're gonna go into the cycling shorts, which obviously are a longer length than the short shorts. And I actually noticed this, and I don't know if this was a change that they made intentionally, but it's something that I feel like I wanted to note in this video. So these are the original cycling shorts. So obviously they're super long. For me, I felt like they were too long personally, but everyone obviously is different in what they like. This was the original, and as you guys can see, it's pretty long. And then the newer ones, in my opinion, seem like they are a slight bit shorter. So as you guys can see, on top is going to be the updated logo, so the newer Effortless, that's going to be the standard moving forward, and down here is the older logo, and it seems like there is at least like an inch or two of extra length with the older ones. Those ones I felt fit just a little bit too odd on me, and they were a little too long, but I noticed that the newer updated cycling shorts fit a lot better on me, which I think is because they took an inch or two off. To dive a little more into that theory, when I looked at the cycling shorts from the birthday collection, which are these ones, these are the exact same length as these, but then the oldest ones are a lot longer. So if you guys noticed that, if you guys tried the oldest version of the cycling shorts and just felt like they were so long and unflattering, I think now you might like them a lot more because they took a little bit of length off. So they're still long obviously, but they're not as long as they were before. Everything else is the same changes that they made in the shorter shorts. So there's going to be no logo here in the front, but there will be a logo on the right leg that is now going to be stitched in, so you don't have to worry about it coming off in the wash or anything. For the leggings, the changes are the same, so they kind of updated the sizing to allow you a little bit more room in the waist, and I personally feel like there's more fabric to work with. Like, I just feel like there's more fabric in a good way to where I can kind of mold it to my body better without having to worry too much about the sheerness coming through. And then in terms of the logo, this is the old one. Obviously it was up here. For the new pair, there's no logo in the top, and then the logo is going to be all the way down on the right mid calf area, and as you guys can see, it kind of stretches. Where the logo lands on you is really going to depend on your height, because on some people it might be higher than on other people. I personally feel like the changes in sizing are most noticeable in the leggings. I feel like because it's just a longer amount of material, you can kind of notice it more. Some people have mentioned that they feel like the updated sizing has made a little bit more material up here and a little bit looser ankles. I personally haven't experienced that, but that is something maybe to know if that happens to you. Maybe think about sizing down if that's something that would really bother you. that is going to be the gist on the Effortless bottoms. And like I said, so these changes are going to be made long term. So once they sell out of all of the old logo that was ironed on, they're only going to be doing the stitch logos moving forward, and they're all going to have these changes moving forward. So I think it's super important that you guys know these in case you guys are only familiar with old Effortless and then go to buy new and you notice that there's any difference. That's going to be why. And they also made these changes on the sports bra, so I'm quickly going to walk you guys through the difference in the sports bra. This is the first sports bra that launched that I actually bought on the launch day when it came out with the Effortless collection. It had a logo here in the front that is that old logoing, so it has that here in the front, and it also has it here in the back. I also found that the fit of this was a bit compressive, just like the rest of the collection. The sizing and the fit of the newer bras feel a lot better to where I feel like I would wear it more. So here there's going to be the stitched in logo in the front, but there is no longer going to be a logo on the back here. I also feel like there's just more room to put it on. I feel like I was struggling sometimes. Here I feel like it has a lot more stretch and is just a lot easier to take on and off. I really like the changes made to the bra, but again, I don't feel like the changes were so drastic where you would need to change your size. I just think it's more comfortable. And then lastly, I just want to take you guys through the micro bralette and how it looks. This is how it looks. Again, I really like this bra option. I think it's great for somebody that wants a little bit lower coverage, lower support. It just has the one logo here that is stretchy in the front and then no branding or logoing here in the back. And with this color being shown, I quickly wanted to show you guys the new color additions that are coming to the Effortless collection, and they're probably just being announced as you guys are watching this video, but I wanted to include them just in case I don't have time to make a full video dedicated to the new releases. I'm going to try, and I'm hoping that my package gets here with enough time for me to do that, but at the moment it's tracking that it's going to come 2 days before launch, so we'll see if I have the time. There are going to be 3 new colors that they're adding to the Effortless collection. All 3 are so pretty, and I'm excited to take you guys through them. First, we have 70% Cocoa, which I'm obsessed with. It's basically like a nice dark brown shade. As you guys can see here in the direct lighting, it looks super pretty and I really like it. Next up, we have the color Minky, which I am a very big fan of, and I'm a high advocate for you guys grabbing this if you weren't able to get Warm Sand from the birthday collection. As you guys know, the birthday collection was limited edition, so we're not sure if they're ever going to restock those colors or not. But in the meantime, if you really liked Warm Sand, which a lot of you guys did because I get comments about it all the time when I wear it, this is, in my opinion, basically the same as Warm Sand. It's a little bit darker, but I think it's so similar to where you wouldn't really be able to tell. And then lastly, I think my favorite shade, because it's so different than anything else that Oner has so far, is going to be Ripe Fig. This one is so pretty, especially in the direct light. As you guys can see, it's kind of almost like a magenta shade, which is super gorgeous, and in other lighting sometimes it looks a little darker, but it is super pretty. I just quickly wanted to show you guys those so that in case I don't get to a full video, you guys get a little taste of what they look like in the direct light. But that is going to close out this video. Hopefully this helped you guys to differentiate the old Effortless with the new and just answered any questions that you guys had. If it didn't, feel free to message me and I'd be happy to help guide you guys through the changes a little bit more, even to show you colors or anything. I'll definitely be sure to continue to update you guys on my channel with any new Effortless if they do the crop tops and stuff, so definitely stay tuned for a lot more videos because there is a lot more coming that I'm excited to show you guys. Thank you guys so much for your support on my Oner link. It genuinely helps me so much and I'm super grateful to be able to work with Oner. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope it was helpful and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!